Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sci-Fi Sistas podcast, where we give you our point of view. I'm your host, Tamia Harper, and today I'm joined by my sisters, Yvette Blackman-Tom.
Hello.
Subrina Wood.
Whoop, whoop.
And Fran T.
As always, what's happening?
What's happening, Fran, is welcome to season 5 of the Sci-Fi Sistas. Woo! Yay! It's so good to be back with everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
All right.
Doing good.
Me too. I'm ready to go. We've got a great show for you today. I always say that, and I always mean it. Today, should be a fun discussion. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about Section 31. We're going to talk about Section 31 as we know Section 31, and we're going to talk about Section 31 as it was introduced to us in the new movie, Section 31 by Paramount Plus. So, we have thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts. Everybody's containing themselves. I'm going to kick it, though, to our resident film maven, our resident film
cinephile
knowledge archive. That's what it is. That's the word. I was like trying to like archivist, the cinnamon cinephile.
Our memory alpha.
I know, our memory alpha, but apparently Tamia's memory alpha is not working at all because I don't know from words. Our resident cinnamon cinephile, Subrina Wood, to lead us in this discussion. Come on, movie maven.
Okay, all right. So it's kicked over to me because we are talking about a film and not a series, which was the first thing we need to talk about a little bit. Because as many of you know, maybe some of you don't, Section 31, this newest film from Paramount about the Star Trek franchise, is a film which was originally envisioned as a series. And when we go through this review right now, I personally am going to pull out every episode that got scrunched into this movie. So just bear with me. I'm going to name it for you. I'm going to name them, and we can all get together and actually give them a title because I got them. So, but whenever you want to review a film, the first thing you want to do is look at it from a couple of different areas. That's what I do when I do Sin Goes Sci-Fi. One of the things you want to look at is whether the concept is strong. Is this a high concept, low concept, or is it the concept that you thought it was going to be? Now, the concept we have here is that it is Section 31. For those of us that are true blue and know our Trek, we know what those words mean. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, whether this actually hit the concept. Second thing you look at is whether it's a good story. Do you have a plot? And with most Star Treks, even a 60-minute episode, you may have a plot and a B plot. Sometimes you even get a C plot. So we're going to look in and see whether the plot lines of this film went anywhere and how many of them were there. Then the thing that's really going to hold us together are your characters, right? That is what we live for in Star Trek. We all know, TOS was living with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. Every single one of the franchises had their triple people or their doubles or whoever, but it was always the characters that breathed life into a Trek franchise. So we're going to go through and see if these characters hold up. And then, of course, it's the dialogue. For most of us, everyone can quote a famous line from any Star Trek episode. You can know if your friend is really a Trekkie because you can say a couple of words and you know what you're talking about. So do we have that richness of dialogue in this film? And so that's going to be our criteria. We're going to take it apart that way. And so let's start, first of all, with the concept. So did the film nail the concept of Section 31? I'm going to go to Tamia first.
This is the very thing. You could see me. I was bursting at the seams every time you mentioned this.
I went there.
This is the very thing that is the heart of the issue with me with this film. If it had been named, and it should have been named, something like Star Trek Black Ops or something like that, and not Section 31, then I would have had much fewer problems with this movie than what I had. Because if you are a Star Trek fan, you know that Section 31 is akin to your secret organization, right? That all governments have a shadow organization that they use to operate, to do things that are outside of the rules of their established government, right? All of them do. And and when we, as Star Trek fans, we've watched Section 31 in Enterprise and Deep Space Nine, and we've gotten Cloak and Dagger, right? Which is what it is. It's a spy game. Section 31's are spies. They are the Tal Shiar. They are the Obsidian Order. They are like our CIA, and for Starfleet. And so you get Cloak and Dagger stories, and you want Cloak and Dagger stories. This is not a Cloak and Dagger story by any stretch of the imagination. This is a shoot 'em up, blow 'em up action adventure film. So
this is the A-Team.
It is. It's the A-Team in space. No joke. I swear to God, you even had one who could have been in DC Cab. One of them could have been. He could have been in DC Cab.
Wow.
So this is not. So name it something different.
Uh-oh,
Don't call
shots
it.
Have been fired.
Don't
Yes,
call it.
shots have been fired.
I'm firing. I'm shooting straight from the hip. I cannot. I mean, I'm. Because it is named Section 31, you think you're going to get one thing. I don't think there's so much inherently wrong with the product that was delivered, but it is not. It is not. I will say this on the record. It is not Section 31. And there was very little Starfleet in there. So, words were used. Like sugar on cereal, maybe? I don't know. It was not substantive in that way. So anyway, I would have called it something different. I never would have titled it Section 31. If it was titled something else and I did not have the expectations of getting a Section 31 story, then this would be a whole different conversation that we're about to have.
All right. So having said that, let's back up a little. And Yvette, why don't you give us a little bit about what is Section 31? So here's Tamia saying it isn't this film, it isn't in this film, and I'm saying 18 friends got a face going And so, what was Section 31 as far as we know it, and what does it say? In memory of.
What I want to tell you is what I have is what Ira Stephen Bear, the reason why he created it. He says Section 31 was created from his desire to look into the darker aspects of the supposed utopia created by Gene Roddenberry. Bear was inspired by a line of dialogue he had written in The Maquis Part 2, where Commander Sisko remarks that it's easy to be a saint in paradise. Bear remarked, "Why is Earth a paradise in the 24th century? Well, maybe it's because there's someone watching over it and doing the nasty stuff that no one wants to think about. Of course, it's a very complicated issue. Extremely complicated. And those kind of covert operations usually go wrong." Bear further commented, "We need to dig deeper and find out what indeed life is like in the 24th century. It is this paradise is this paradise, or are there, as Harold Pinter said, weasels under the coffee table?" So just like what Tamia said, it's Cloak and Dagger. It's spy games. It's Bond. It's just like Julian was playing in the holodeck. It's Sloan. It's who's the guy from Harris from Enterprise. That's what it is. It is not what we were. It's not that.
And
not that other thing. No.
I just want to make sure. And one thing about it is that after it was done, you wouldn't have known they were there.
Right.
You wouldn't have known they had come and gone.
Yeah.
But these people busting through bars. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh my God, with an entire audience of people applauding.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Fran?
Oh,
That said
and,
it all. You know.
and, well, I just look at it like Yvette said. It was supposed to be covert and not overt, like
Uh-oh.
Starfleet is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was so overt. It was so over the top,
Uh-uh.
and it, too much over the top for Section 31, as we know Section 31. So I don't, maybe it was the time that they put her in. I don't know. I like the movie, and I agree with Tamia. I like the movie for what it was, but I didn't get a Section 31 feel out of it.
That's true. I didn't get a Section 31 feel out of it.
Honestly, I didn't get a Star Trek feel. That's why. That's my disappointment.
I haven't said it yet, but yeah. Yep.
But that's all it was mentioned.
It was mentioned like Starfleet mentioned.
Yeah, I didn't get it's not even Starfleet. I didn't get a Star Trek feel.
Well, I don't think that there was a moral dilemma. There was no philosophical conundrum that we were trying to solve.
So we're moving into story now.
Wait. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. But back up. But Subrina, your take on the
I am going to be like the fourth vote for yes. It was missing that familiarity that those of us that know Section 31 were looking for. And it, like you just touched on, Tamia, one of the key things with Section 31 is that they're doing the job that you may think has some moral grayness to it. There was nothing gray about this. You had to go find this thing, and that was it. So we're going to get into the story in a minute. But this was like, I totally agree with you. We got to get this done, even though we were a little skimpy on the facts. But there wasn't any buddy saying, but wait, why are we doing it this way? There wasn't any sort of a thing where, okay, so the only reason why you need Section 31 is because you can't go over that line? Like, what is this? The Rio Grande? You're like the Texas Rangers? Like, what are you talking? So, come on. You got to give me a bigger reason than that to call in Section 31. Why are you bringing in the big guns? Just because you got a border dispute. Nah. So, I wasn't buying that.
You get that.
So, anyway. So, all right. So we all agree that the concept was kind of off the mark.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So let's go into the plot, the story. So now, anytime we look at Section 31 coming out of the franchises that we mentioned already, the first thing I always think of is peeling an onion. Because you never know what the real story is. Section 31 will tell you they're coming after this and this, but they already made a back deal. They're talking to the other guy. They got somebody else involved. They're bringing in the other boys. It's like you don't know who you're talking to. You don't even know if you're really the agent. They got you thinking you're supposed to be doing something. So
they don't. You don't really know your parents,
right? Right.
So in this story, I thought the plot was elementary. That was the word I had next to it. It was like, there's a bomb, there's a thing, there's a MacGuffin.
Right.
We gotta go get it, and we don't know what it is, nor did we know why there was only 24 hours left. Now, that might have been a little Section 31ers because you didn't know why there was 24 hours, but you were just told. I said, what is this, supermarket sweep? It's like, put 24 on the clock. Boom. Why? So you never got a sense of that until later. There was that onion got peeled a little bit. But I thought the story was really basic, and I was a little disappointed with how straightforward the story was when usually Section 31 is a maze kind of a story.
Yeah.
That's a nice way of putting it.
It is. Yeah.
A little disappointed. I didn't use it. I barely used a brain cell on this one, and that is disappointing. I had really nothing to chew on, that one of the things that makes these gray areas stories so compelling is that they give you something for your brain to gnaw on, you know? I mean, not just Section 31. What's the one in the pale moonlight? You know, with Cisco
Yeah.
and Garrett, you know, that you're asking yourself, like, you know, it's giving you something like, I have a dilemma, I have a situation that I need to solve, and there's no right answer.
Right.
That's a section 31
That's a
story.
Section 31 story.
Right.
Exactly.
And you're going to have to cross a line to get this done.
And let's not forget Tuvix.
I'm gonna smack you and really forget Tuvix right now.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
what
what
I'm
is
saying
Tuvix? You mean he gave you something to chew on?
to think about.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
but I mean, yes,
Yeah,
Think
I get
about.
that. Mhm.
yes,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
but
think
I
about.
think
But,
it's.
you know, you're sitting there looking at it and like, oh my God.
It gave you something to think about, but it's not like a Section 31 story. It's not a cloak and
it's
dagger
not,
story.
but I was
Right.
No, it's not.
Right.
But I was
Okay,
just
then.
saying something, the gray, because we always, you know, Section 31 is always gray. For some people, Tuvix is black and white, and for a lot of people, it's gray. So that's what I was connecting it to, with that way, to sit there and really think about something. And I didn't I agree with you. I didn't have, I wasn't really, I didn't really have to think this while looking at this. I didn't have to.
Because you knew what was going to happen next.
Right. You knew the whole story.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was pretty predictable. But that's okay for some. That, I mean, like, if that, some films are that, and they're just diversion, and they're just fun,
Right.
you know. And like, so I would be, again, I go back to my central thesis, is that I would be okay with that if I was given that and not given a title of Section 31, and I expect something different. This is the heart of my critique, you know, in this movie, is not the performances and stuff, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, it is the fact that, like, you cannot call something one thing and then it's not the thing. That is an established thing. It is not like you are creating something new in this franchise. Section 31 is an established concept upon which many stories have been built.
Many.
Right? And you cannot just call something like that and it's not it. I mean, I'm verklempt over it. You know, I mean, you know, because there were other options that all you had to do was change the title.
And say,
You know,
to the one
it's a
with
simple
the
thing.
one with Section 31, like the one with the whales.
Right, you know, it's
Like,
a
if you
simple
go-
thing. Like, Subrina, can you give like a little bit of background though, as like what you know, like how when we started, we hit on it before, like that it was originally supposed to be a series and then it
Yes,
got truncated
yes.
into a movie. Let's
Right.
talk about that a little bit, because maybe that has some bearing on my point.
It does, because as we all know, when we were in the height of making all these Star Trek franchise and films and spin-offs, Section 31 was one that was talked about very early in the game, and it was going to be, you know, that's where we saw Ash go. We saw Michelle Yeoh going that way, and we were all excited because they were going to make this spin-off series about Section 31, and we couldn't wait because the
Right.
second season of Discovery with Control and all the stuff that happened, you know, and Control being blamed for everything that went wrong there. You know, you knew Section 31 was going to have this whole new kind of cachet or a problem. And then there's, in the history of Star Trek, where we talk about Section 31 actually not being part of Starfleet anymore, sort of like having a break. We know it's something had happened there to make it this really kind of like on its own rogue kind of thing. And that was the story that I thought we were going to get more of. How did it go from being, you know, Article 14, Section 31,
31.
which
Article 14, Section
Section
31,
31,
right.
which is part of, you know, the Federation book
Charter. The Starfleet Charter.
right, to something that they ain't even talking about it anymore, you know? And how did it go so rogue? And that's what I was hoping we were going to see more of, because with Georgiou in there, that's a person that I could say, yeah, well, she took him rogue. Okay, that's the one. But we didn't get any of that. And
What?
I was very disappointed that we didn't get more of how did Section 31 come to be so standoff and outlier.
Also, some little background on that was that from all the interviews and the things that I read, it was Michelle Yeoh suggesting. First, she was the first one that suggested that they do a spinoff of Section 31. She went from the interviews I saw her say out of her mouth. She went to Kurtzman and said we should do a spinoff, and he liked that idea. So that's a little real life background on it.
Yeah, and as I said,
a series though, not a
series,
yeah.
not a movie.
Yeah.
She suggested a series.
Well, I think it shows that it suffered, whatever the original concept suffered.
Yeah.
Severely.
And I think a lot of it, and we're going to talk about dialogue in a minute, but a lot of, I think, the ideas that had been storyboarded for the series got changed into explanatory dialogue.
Oh my God. Yes, girl.
And the two ladies that they say the stories were by in the credits,
Bo and Erica.
they were the one, thank you, and they were the ones supposed to be writing the series.
The series,
Well, they
correct.
they actually, from what I've read, they actually wrote the series because they were like 2019, they actually were set up to be the writers and the showrunners for the series.
Right. And Bo and Erica, like they're bomb. They are some
They are the
awesome
best.
writers.
Written some of
They
our
are so
favorite
good.
Discovery
And
episodes.
I'm sure
Yes.
when Michelle Yeoh said, I want to do a Section 31 and found out, if they were coming on, let's go.
Right.
Because
Right.
they did Terra Firma, which is one of my favorites.
Yes.
And then in 2020, everything changed. And they brought in Craig Sweeney, and he's coming in to take whatever they had already and make it into a movie.
Yeah. And he's a great writer, too, because he's done some great episodes as well.
He's done some great episodes as well.
He really
I'm
has.
not saying that we didn't have the talent to do this, but I think it was really... I don't know what happened.
I think
wish I was the fly on the wall.
my suspicion is that the suits got in the way.
I was on the tip of my tongue.
I mean, I can say it. I mean, I'm not getting paid by anybody. I think that we're here to give an honest critique.
Yeah.
And
But I don't know that for sure.
I don't know
that's
that.
what I believe also.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a belief from looking at the final product that came out. It looks like they suffered from budgetary restrictions. And because that's pretty obvious on the sets. I mean, they only
know
had
about
like a
that.
couple of. I think so.
I thought
I
the
think-
visuals were great.
Yeah, the visuals. Let's hear it from the people that did the cinematography. And
I'm
the
not
visual
saying the
effects.
effects and stuff were not good. I'm saying that it looked like there were restrictions on the budget because, like, if you look, they're only filming like a couple of locations. There's only, and I mean,
And there
it
weren't a
just
lot
looked.
of,
It just sort of things just sort of added up, and the truncated nature of the script. It just seemed like there were a lot of cuts. And not a lot of, and maybe not a lot of time to add back in what should have been there. It was like we got to get this on this deadline,
Right,
and
that's what I think
get it
happened.
out. And that's
Yeah.
what
Because
that's what I'm saying. I'm
I
not
remember
saying it
them-
like in a bad way, but I'm saying
Right.
that suits were definitely part of that equation that gave us this.
I also always wondered was this a time because you got a Academy Award winner movie star, and it was because I remember them saying, "Oh, we start 2 of them, right?" So here we go. I remember they started filming it. Next thing you know, they finished filming it. I was like, "Wait, that was quick, wasn't it?" Because it was months. But I guess because it was a movie, I wasn't sure because we're not used to these
Yeah. But you know what? It's a
movies
short
tying up so
movie.
quick.
It's a short
It is
movie.
short.
It's short.
Yeah,
It's
I thought
only
it was going to be 2
99
hours.
minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
It was
if you're going to
not.
give me, like, this is all I'm going to get from Section 31, go 2 hours and 5 minutes for me. Thank you. I mean, come on, give it to me.
Yeah,
Right.
if this is all I'm getting,
This is all, right. Why are you giving me 99 minutes?
So when you hit on like the expository nature of the dialogue that really showed to me that, like, there was maybe some time constraints, because what they were doing was they were, telling and not showing. Like there was that whole thing when what's his name? Omari Hardwick's character, the main character.
He is.
How do you pronounce it? Is it
ALOK Shahar?
ALOK? Yeah.
ALOK Shahar.
ALOK or
ALOK.
yeah, ALOK. Okay, I couldn't remember where the emphasis, which syllable had the right emphasis.
I was listening to the way she, everything was mumbled.
Yes, there was a lot of mumbling.
I was like, wait a minute.
What in the world is?
I had it up so loud because it was all the mumbling.
I had to keep doing that too.
I'm telling you.
So, wait, let me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me just finish this one point. Anyway, I real quick, Fran. So he was talking to Georgiou, and he said, "I did terrible things, all for a tyrant like you." Like that whole speech, like that was supposed to be their moment where they're connecting. Okay. Anyway, but like that whole, what it sounded like to me? Like that sounded like somebody's character description in the show Bible. Mm-hmm. And it sounded like it came straight out of there. Yeah. And I was like, well, what terrible thing? Terrible?
Yeah,
who writes terrible things? Like, who writes that? What's a terrible thing? Like, did you step on an ant or did you kill your whole family? Like, were you eating live kelpians? Like, kelpians that served you yesterday? Were you just eating them up today? I mean, that's terrible to me.
Right.
I was like, I can't believe this shiggity right here. It was, so that was one of those instances, Subrina.
Fran, what were you going to say?
Well, no, I was talking about the mumbling. I have my closed captions on my TVs all the time, but I can't get them on the screeners.
Right.
So I missed some stuff.
I'm sure. I don't doubt
I missed some stuff because there is no. I've tried it and it says closed, and you can't put the closed captions on the screeners. So
listen, it's. As soon as girlfriend came over the hill and started talking to her family, I was cussing. Because I was like, okay, here she is, and she's coming back, and she's telling her family something. What she's saying. But it sounds like I would be clearing out of that tent if I was y'all. But okay. You're a little slow in the uptake. Okay.
Right. Because, this was the second time she did that. So, they should have known better.
Right.
That's on them.
I caught the Hunger Games part of it.
Without giving away too much.
Right. I'm like, we in the Hunger Games, and she's telling you what happened, and they're like, did you win? She's sitting there. She won.
And she's not a deserter because you're not bombed and your village isn't on fire. But
I didn't know what she was saying.
Okay.
I didn't know what she was saying. But it was such a beautiful scene. It was, it
was gorgeous. It was
into that movie. Yes. Cinematography, A+.
Gorgeous.
We came in. I loved that scenery. It looked so alien. It gave you that whole dystopian desert look. I was ready for it. I'm like, baby.
And then we went to the same bar that Picard and them went to, the same damn bar. I was like, are they on the same planet as the?
There's a lot of same.
All right, are we all ready to sing the song?
Oh, the Star Wars song?
Yeah. The Star Wars music came up in my head as soon as I was like, no.
Yeah. But that was definitely the Picard bar.
Picard bar, exactly.
That was the Picard bar.
Or, I was like Riker listening to the Klingon opera. Whatever. It was the same, woman in the middle singing something. I was just like, oh, no, we're not doing this
think about that. I did think about that. The woman singing with the bunch of arms
with the
singing.
Fingers and everything. Yeah. I was like, oh, my God. We're doing the bar scene again.
Yeah. And then we were on the planet from Enterprise with the fire coming out the ground.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of that one. Remember that one? That's what it reminded me of.
I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a lot of reminders.
But I saw Olatunde's camera work in there. I saw that.
I felt it too.
Like, there you go.
He was spinning us around.
This stuff around. I said, there is him.
Well, you know what?
He wanted to
Then
let y'all know, here I am.
That's
I
right.
felt at home. I felt at home. I was like,
I was like, all right.
don't me one more time with all the Tunde. Go ahead. I was like,
That's
Right
one
at
thing.
home.
Like one thing that I love is like like Olatunde gonna do his thing.
Yeah.
He gonna do
Yeah,
his
he did.
thing no matter what.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he
Listen.
did.
They gave him the script. He had to shoot what they gave him.
Hey,
I mean,
he
like
did
the
his
thing
job.
that
He did
it
his job.
it looked great in lots of
Yeah.
parts of
It
it.
did look
Like,
good.
and the filming was, Olatunde was on point.
Yeah.
You
My
know,
first spin, I said, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was like,
He
here
said,
we go. Right. Exactly. Oh my
All
God.
right,
So
so
I,
I'm gonna.
I want to just say,
ahead.
I don't know. I think this is the great place to put this. Also, I think we talked about this before. Craig Sweetie is the one who took over for Bo and Erica, and he said that he wrote this because he wanted it to be a low barrier of entry for the fans.
What?
Okay.
It's in quotes.
All right.
A low barrier of entry. So, so like he wants easy access into the Star Trek universe. So he like to sort of operate like I'm thinking like
You
the
don't have to look at Star Trek.
Kelvin
They could
verse
all
did for a
understand
lot of
it.
people to bring it in. Anybody could understand it. And
Right.
But there was
Well,
Star
he
Trek in that.
succeeded. I think he succeeded.
look, I ain't saying nothing.
I think he
I done said
succeeded.
what-
I really do.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
a low
don't know
barrier.
Star Trek Section 31, this is a fine film. You'll enjoy it.
Yes, yeah.
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 But
That's what I'm saying. He
also,
succeeded.
he might be right. It might appeal to a bunch of people who don't know anything about Star Trek.
Exactly.
And they might love it because, I think we all said, it looks great. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's just not what we expected it to be. And it just might bring more people in. And I'm here for that. I'm here for that. But I just wish there was a little more Star Trek to it.
Yeah. All right, here's my thing. I pulled out every episode that I
All right, let's do it.
episode
ahead.
1. Episode
So
1 would have been the combat to the end of Stan and Georgiou. The two of them, and we are two, we are one, whatever. I said that whole story of them getting to that point. Please, I would have loved to have seen their Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Even in a flashback, give me 5 minutes of it, because that character, I was intrigued by that
Yes.
character.
I
and
was
whatever
intrigued.
they went through.
Yeah.
That whole world, that whole I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think I wanted to see those stories ever. How did Georgiou become Empress? What is it like on terra firma? Like what's it like there?
Yeah.
They made me want to see that.
They gave you a lot to ponder.
Yes.
And I was like, honestly, it's the only part of the movie where I was like, I want more.
Yeah.
That
Can
was
you
it.
give me more of this? I want to know that backstory.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff. I was like, wait, who is who? And
Who is
what
he?
is this person?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
and I
you
wanted
mixed
to know
together?
more.
How did you? How?
Yeah, how?
Right. And
they
who
went
was
and
the
got your
lady
whole
that was who was the
Right.
lady that was presiding over
Yes.
Georgiou's
Yeah.
ceremony?
What was that about?
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
of that was
yeah, yeah.
intriguing. That was
That
good
was
stuff,
that
man.
was good.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was
would,
good stuff.
Episode
then
1. That was it.
That was
needed
episode-
more.
I'm saying that could be its
Yeah.
own spin-off show.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it
It's-
definitely
but-
would have been an episode.
or like you're saying for the series, because I think I've always said if this movie
Or for the series,
was
episode 1.
the
yeah.
the 2 hour premiere, the pilot, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
they all go kind of that way anyway. So that would have been perfect because then we get more.
Oh,
But
that
for
was
it to be standalone,
All right, here's my episode 2.
Okay.
Georgiou the Lost Years. We have her
Thank you.
ending with making this thing, being the Empress, and then she's running a bar. She turned into Guinan. Like, what are you telling me? What are you
I wrote the
telling me?
notes. I wrote the notes. I said, she's an underworld bar maven? What the hell? First of all, how
Beautiful
cliche is that?
bar.
Second of
Beautiful
all, like, right. Like, it's Georgiou. Like, this Come on.
Come on.
Was she
y'all.
waiting for something?
Come
Was she doing
on.
something? What was going on
Like,
here? There had to
right,
be
like,
a
what
reason
was
why
it,
she
like-
was there.
Yes, there had to be a larger purpose for her to be
Definitely.
like the
How did
underworld.
she get
like,
that damn bar?
How'd she get the
it's
bar?
It's a
Like,
space station.
what's
It wasn't
her
even a
underworld?
bar. It was a
What's-
space station.
Right, that's true. It's a space station.
Yeah, it is.
It's her space
And it's
station.
her.
Like so she's like, I want to know what's the underworld empire that she's running. I wanted to see more of that.
Yeah. All right, that's my episode 2.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, episode 3. The team coming together. I mean, we just got like, it was like your first day at work, everybody just raise your hand, say your name. But no, wait. You had a Delton, you had all these people. I mean, I would have wanted a whole episode of them becoming Section 31.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
did they
Yeah.
get into Section 31? What made them all so special? Who picked them? How did they get there? All of a sudden, they're just like, they're the team. They were just sitting in the bar, they're the team. I'm like, wait, that's episode 3. I know it was.
Yep.
No character development.
No,
Right.
No,
Oh,
they were
maybe
just there as they were.
that's it.
Although they were interesting characters. I thought,
Yeah, they were.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I was, all right, episode
All right.
4. I got more episodes.
Because I can't hear you so far away. Come
I
on.
got some more
Thank you.
episodes. You gave the episode 5. Now,
Wait, you skipped episode 4.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm on episode
We were
4.
at
Okay,
episode 3.
4. Episode 4 was the creation of that weapon.
Yes.
When she made that statement that there was always coups and always fighting, like what would have driven anybody to make the godsend, to make something that vicious that
Yes.
your own boy who took a sword to his face and that was on his knees to you, he was crying that you made this. I was like, oh, go back. Go back. Because my
Yes.
boy was ripping my heart out. He was like, the girl that I knew, you are a monster. How could you make this? And took some poison and died at her feet. Wait, somebody give me some more because I was so done. Oh, man.
Was anybody scared of the godsend?
The thing in the pocketbook?
Me?
Right.
The thing.
No, the thing in the pocketbook.
No,
Exactly.
nope, not at
No,
all.
we were not. Okay, thank you. Just go moving on. Episode 5. Huh?
Go ahead, Fran.
What
No,
Fran?
it kind of just reminded me of on Picard when the what is it? Romulan had that little toy. It reminded me of that. It did. I'm telling you.
Oh,
When
the little the
you know,
little
I'm like, oh, another little come apart, go back together toy thing.
Mhm.
That's what I thought in my head.
Romulan Rubik's
It was
cube.
very
Yeah,
Picard-esque.
that's what it was.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right.
Very Picard-esque. Yeah.
And how
Only
you
it
gonna
was,
just
round. That's all.
dilly-dallying through space, but you got this thing in a box and just walking around like you've got the doomsday machine and you just got it in your hand walking along. I'm like, okay, I just don't understand what's going
Sabrina
on
said it was
here.
a pocketbook.
It looked like he was carrying a pocketbook.
Not even a Birkin.
Not a pocketbook. The pocketbook, bro.
A pocketbook.
Yeah, you telling your age. You telling our
Okay.
age now.
So which
Sabrina.
That's
episode
right,
are we
Fran.
at? Which
That's right.
episode are we at? Let's keep it moving.
I think 5. You said
Okay.
it already. The augments. Like I wanted that whole episode on what happened to him. The woman that killed his family,
Yeah.
made him into an augment, took him apart, made him do terrible things. I
But
wanted.
but she didn't make him into an augment. She
Yeah.
took. Oh, she did make him
That's
into
what
an
she
augment.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
took made him
Okay,
into
I kept.
one. Yeah.
They whispered a lot.
I know.
I kept missing it.
I know.
I
It was very Tyler-esque.
Okay,
Yes.
because I was like,
Yeah.
did he
Apart
actually
and
get made into, or did he just have to serve her? So she did change him. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said
but
he
that
said
was a
he
hell of a
noticed her.
story. We should have heard that. We should have. He's the leading man. I knew very little about him.
It's fine.
I should care about him and his connection to Georgiou, to the other leading character. You know, I really should. But
And here's my question about him. All I'm going to do is everybody vote. Was there chemistry between his character and Georgiou's?
No,
no.
absolutely not.
No, none.
They
Ice.
were okay. They were okay. But it's kind of hard to well, her and what's name had chemistry. Her and um, oh gosh, oh no, I'm old here.
Ash? No. Colbert?
No, well, they kind of had chemistry, but her and her daughter had chemistry.
Michael?
Michael?
Her and Michael had chemistry.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about sexual.
We're talking about romantic
Sexual.
chemistry.
Because he was supposed to go
because,
in
you know,
there
you
and,
can
like she said, make the connection. Remember, they were
Yeah.
all laughing. He was supposed to go in there and make the connection with
Yeah.
her. And I'm like, dude, power. What, Omari? You know he could do better than that.
Oh, that
I
kind of
didn't get
chemistry?
it.
No.
Man, you didn't even see it.
But you can have chemistry with somebody and it doesn't have to be sexual.
I know, but we were talking about that she met in a sexual
In this
way.
story,
I didn't
in
know
this
that.
story.
He was
Yes.
supposed to
know
have
that.
sexual chemistry with her, and it was
No.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
his eyes were dead. His eyes
So
were dead.
we've
And then I
all
got
voted
tired
on
of
that.
pulling out episodes. I stopped there. I just
Oh, okay. I was waiting for you because
waiting.
your episodes were
more.
great. Like I
I
love it.
know.
Actually, Subrina, I would have watched your series for sure. Your
Oh, I do
series
have one
would
more
be dope.
episode.
Huh?
I lied.
You
I
have one
lied.
more
Yes.
episode?
Rachel Garrett.
Yes. A whole
Did we-
episode
whole
dedicated to Rachel. Yes.
Why did they do that to my character?
That kind of gave us a timeline, right? And
Yes,
Yvette, you
exactly.
good with timelines. So tell me where this fit in, please.
So it's in the lost era, they call it. It's between the time between what's the last TOS movie? Undiscovered Country
Yeah.
and TNG. So it's between there.
Okay.
Between there.
So it's a long
So
time.
that's when that's
but
happening. Yeah.
That's when this is happening. That's when all of this is happening.
Because she was young. Yes, she was young.
Yeah,
in
because
this-
she's
in
just,
this movie.
she's just a young lieutenant. So.
Yeah, she's
So
just a
now,
lieutenant.
I was confused as to whether what the Delton said about her is that she did something to get her butt thrown over to Section 31, or was she just so super goody that they were the one that they thought could keep Section 31 in line?
I felt the latter.
Okay.
'Cause I felt like I don't, first of all, I don't remember what the Delton said.
The
Yeah.
Delton said, "Oh, you're just here because you did something wrong, and they threw you over here." She said it with. I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute."
I think she's young lieutenant who hasn't found her way yet. I think
Yeah.
that's basically what they were trying to tell you. She's
Yeah.
still, it seemed like she was living two different lives from what happened. Like she's that stuck up, trying to play that stuck up,
That's Georgiou said.
and then but still behind the scenes, she's all about having all kinds of fun and stuff. So.
I
Yeah.
think they just
I
stuck
don't
her
know.
in there.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me.
She
That
just,
they wanted
played-
somebody in this era that would work and that we knew. And
Yeah.
and we've talked about this before with all of these shows. They're all in this writers' room together, and like I said, it's very Picard-esque because we just have Rachel Garrett mentioned in Picard with the statue and all, and here she is showing up in this episode. So there's a lot of. If we go back, you'll find that a lot of these shows, if they're on at the same time, they will mention the same type of storyline somewhere. And
They'll have a
just felt like
through line with the character or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I just feel like I know me and Subrina was talking about how Rachel Garrett is a very favorite character of mine, and I think
Right.
of hers also. And
Yes.
for her to be just thrown in this was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Because when I heard that she was going to be a character, I was really excited. I was like, oh, Georgiou and Rachel Garrett is going to be great. And to my disappointment, that is not the case.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like
in TNG, she was a kick-ass captain.
She was the captain of the Enterprise.
Enterprise.
I mean,
took it back in the rift.
let me just take it. Let me just take a not an opposing point, like the devil's advocate point of view. Like to be fair, first of all, to be fair, I felt like most of the characters were just thrown in there.
Yeah, well, I agree.
So she's
Yeah.
it's not singling out Rachel Garrett.
No, I agree with you, but I just
but
just
also,
that, yeah.
like on the other side, this is just I think of it as just like one moment in Rachel Garrett's growth, one moment in her history that made her the kick-ass captain that we experienced, that we saw, like, so I'm not so upset about, I don't think they did a disservice to her necessarily, I mean, just a little bit goody two shoes, but in a lot of ways, but
complaining, whining,
a little bit of a Karen.
I thought they threw Rachel Garrett in there because of the Starfleet supposedly connection.
But I feel like they could have chosen, like, they could have made up a Starfleet character and would have worked just fine.
Yeah, with Shaw.
And she was somebody we knew. That's why I think she was
right. It doesn't have a lot of backstory that they could expand on, so they weren't gonna, I don't have to go to Memory Alpha. There really isn't anything yet about her, so they could just make it up. But
I'm not really mad at them for that. Like, I don't mind this being part of Rachel Garrett's backstory. I would like it a lot better if we got an actual Section 31 story to be part of her backstory.
Yeah, because that would have been the character, like Bashir and like Malcolm Reed,
right?
Who would have been the character that would have been forced to do what they were going to do. Like they would have been kicking and screaming. They wouldn't have been there to keep Section 31 in line. It's like, you ain't keeping Section 31 in line.
Nobody's keeping Section 31 in line. Period.
Right. Nobody's keeping.
They missed a mark on that one. I was like, that's not the story, though. That's not how it works.
Right. She would have been the one having the moral dilemma about whatever they were going to do or how they were going to do it.
Now, from that point of view, I totally get what you're saying, Yvette. Like, she was not used properly.
Right.
That particular character or any Starfleet character in that role.
But I think she was perfect for that type of show. If they were going to do that, that would be the perfect. Yeah. Because we know that she ends up being the captain of the Enterprise.
Right.
Not anybody becomes the captain of the Enterprise. You know, and for her and the only woman to be captain of the Enterprise. So I just thought when she showed up and I was like, all right.
She would have had to be the one to do something. It worked with
everybody else. Yeah. She was supposed to be the standout. She was supposed to be the moral dilemma. She was supposed to be the star. She was supposed to be the Star Trek in this. That's who she was supposed. Well, that's what I thought she was supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that should have been her function, but somebody needed to be the Star Trek in this.
So why not Rachel, right?
Right. But we didn't have really any moral dilemma. I mean, everybody was in agreement that they needed to get the pocketbook back, and they needed to stop it. And I think they kind of glossed over the fact that that something was happening that we already had. We had the time thing got me. The 24 hours wasn't really used well. Like, we forgot about it through most of the movie, and then we pulled it up when there was like 2 hours left. It's like, wait a minute, we just been sitting there talking the whole time, and now you remember the clock is running. But I don't get it.
Why introduce that and don't use it?
And don't use it. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why did you introduce that and don't use it really well? Because that's something that Star Trek does. They're going to get you down to the last 2 seconds before something happens. But it was just kind of like, I didn't see a clock running. I didn't see anybody keeping the time. Or, that would have made my heart go a little bit more.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right, last thing I'm going to talk about when we're analyzing a story: dialogue. What did you think of the dialogue here? Some good lines, bad lines, anything you remember?
Nope.
Wow.
I think Michelle Yeoh had all the great lines.
Well, she did. I mean, she had all the pithy little one-liners that you would expect out of this type of movie, and of course, she delivered them perfectly. But is there anything that stands out to me?
I thought the comedian was funny.
Well, let me tell you, I think
the comedian, the guy
Sam Richardson.
I'm sorry.
Sam Richardson, his character.
I thought he was.
The Cameloid.
Yeah.
I thought.
Quasi.
at times really funny.
He was very
I
funny.
chuckled at him.
He's one of my
So you can break it
favorite.
up?
He's also another favorite aspect of this movie because he's
Okay.
he's a delight in everything
He
that he's
was.
in.
Thought
You
so,
know, for me, like I love seeing him. Also, I like the guy who played San, James. I
Oh.
can't say his name. Hiroyuki Liao.
Oh, he was
Liao.
a standout.
He's amazing. I love him in everything I see him in. Also, I mean, I think the casting was great. The casting was great. Like I really enjoyed these actors and I enjoyed their performances. The guy who played ZEPH, Robert Kazinsky, he had me laughing. Like he just played that role, this stupid little blunderhead guy, like more brawn than brains. He played that
Is
really
it
well.
Godsend or God's End?
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
That made me
Yeah.
laugh.
So I mean, like I think they, and oh wow, and Sven, God, I'm going to butcher his name. I don't know how to say your name, Sven, who played FUZZ.
Ruygrok.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know Nordic names. I don't know Nordic pronunciations of anything. So I'll be looking for somebody to help me with that, please. Yeah, I mean he was great as well. So they had a great class. Mel, Ms. Gonzalez, who played Mel. She was fantastic, so seductive, and like her voice was pitched perfectly.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, she was great. But the dialogue, though, again, more exposition. And again, going back to our central point, that's because of whatever happened behind the scene when they had to make a series into a movie.
Yeah, the emotional kick in a line, which is so needed when you have, any story. You've got to have that line that just hits you. And I think there was so few of those for me that, like I already said, the most emotional scenes that I can remember was the one where Stan was his name when he dies. I mean, both of his scenes were so emotional. He had short scenes, where he loses to Georgiou, and then when he kills him. Well, he's just an amazing actor, and that
He is, yeah.
I didn't get that feeling of connection or a line that made me say like, yeah, I'm really feeling what you're feeling. I mean, Michelle Yeoh did give me that feeling of, it was funny. At one point I had that feeling. I was thinking of Balana with Drone. When somebody does something that they can't take back, they're so sorry that they created something that's like the worst thing. If you didn't have any idea that it would get this nuts, but you thought
You
could
said
control it.
Balana and the drone.
Balana in the drone. Yeah, when they told her not to do it.
Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Dreadnought, yeah.
Yeah, when they told her not to, and she just was so.
Yeah.
And Georgiou even has that same thing. Another emotional moment when they said like, "Why are you so after this?" And she said, "Because it's mine." And I felt that when she said that, because it's mine. I don't have any other reason for wanting this thing. I made it. It's mine. I'm getting it back. And she's gonna fight that man tooth and nail. Which, let me say, second villain, best villain.
What? Say that again? I couldn't hear you.
Second villain, best villain.
Was the best villain. That man came out of there, I was scared. I was like, oh, now we're talking. Now we got some stuff going on here. But, it was also rah-rah.
I think like, dialogue wise was just, there wasn't a lot for anybody to chew on.
It was all snarky.
It was,
come back, pitter-patter.
and at inappropriate moments too sometimes, like it was I know it was like, oh, okay, now is the time for the comedic beat, to drop it in. It felt forced and wedged in a lot of times.
Right there.
That's the word.
That's the word. And I kept feeling that throughout the whole thing. I was like, this feels very forced.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really know any time that they were having dialogue that was like, how are we going to get this mission done? Like when somebody was saying something that made some kind of sense as to what they were going to do about the next problem. Like, they would be like, it doesn't work. Okay, do the. It was just no. This I don't know. I can't even explain like what I was missing, but
words. I mean,
like
come on, it's not difficult.
When you have those moments when they're sciencing and they're like going back and forth about how they're going to get it done, and they could do this and do that and do this and do that, and you're like, they come up with the solution. It was none of that. Star Trek.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And the emotional impact of the most emotional moments were in the opening scenes with young Georgiou and young San.
Yeah.
And then later with the two of them together,
Yeah.
those were the emotional moments that were pretty riveting. From those two actors, they were the 4 actors, excuse me, where I felt like, okay, now this is something I watch. But like, again, the storytelling, I said it before, never mind, I'm going to shut up. I'm a broken record.
About that.
I'm a broken
No,
record.
you made a really good point there about the 4 actors in the fact that those 2 pairs matched that emotion well that until you just said that, I wasn't even thinking that those were 2 different sets of actors playing those parts. And bravo for those 4 actors to match that, tier for tier.
Yeah.
Connected.
Everything that we've said notwithstanding, I would be interested in seeing these characters in the Star Trek universe in a true Star Trek story.
Well, we got them now.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but they need a better story next time.
They belong to us now. So
yeah, I mean, like they're great characters. My point being is that they're great characters, and I think that they're a great addition to our world, right?
Yeah.
And I think, but they deserve a really good story.
Yeah,
I agree.
I got a question for Fran.
Sure.
Fran, so the guy that was black on one side and white on the other, was he from? I know it.
I already
was he
know.
from the
I know.
dominant race, or was he from the?
He's from the dominant race. He was black on the right side.
The subjugated race. Which was he?
He was
which
from-
side
he
was
was-
white?
He was black on the right side.
Commissioner Beale, right? He was Commissioner Beale's people.
He was a Commissioner Beale.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was black. He was the dominant side. He was the black on the right side.
Okay, so
but he really wasn't even supposed to be there. Somebody pointed that out, but they could have gone to other planets.
Okay, because I'm getting ready to ask, how? I thought they I thought they killed themselves. I mean,
yeah, they
I just saw that
themselves.
one.
They destroyed themselves. However, some people could have left the planet before all of that.
Yeah.
Before they
like like Whoopi's people, the Illyrians, right?
Illyrians.
Illyrians, right? Yeah, because Illyrians are probably somebody else.
Yes, they are. Yes. Yeah, that's a good point, Fran.
But I knew Fran would know the answer right away.
Yeah, dominant side. Black on the right side.
I hope somebody from the Star Trek trivia, Star Trek cruise who writes the trivia, does the trivia is listening, because that's a really good trivia question.
That would only bother another TOS Trek.
It bothered me because I was like,
I don't remember.
I thought they all were dead. Why is he there? How did he get there?
Yeah.
So they probably on another colony somewhere else.
Here's something for Subrina.
Left the planet.
Subrina, did you know your boy was in here? Did we lose Subrina?
She's frozen in my.
Yes.
Okay, her connection is pretty bad again. Your boy is in the movie, Subrina. Do you know which boy I'm talking about?
No.
David Benjamin Tomlinson is in this film.
No way. He did this?
I saw it on IMDb.
Oh.
You'll never guess who he plays.
Oh, think of who's tall.
It's such a little moment. It's one of the best moments. It's one of the best funny moments.
Oh God, who is he?
He's the Andorian.
Oh no.
No way.
Yeah.
Don't spoil that one. Oh my God. When you said, I was like, oh, there's only one Andorian.
Oh, I'm
Oh, wow, that's
emailing
really
him as soon as
cool.
we get off of this.
That's really cool.
Now I got to
Oh,
go
my
back and
goodness.
look at it and check it out.
I was looking at IMDb about it, and I was like, shut up.
Shut the front door.
Oh my God. I tell you, that's hilarious. I'm so glad you pointed that out for me. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah, so, well, Sabrina,
Well-
I think we beat this horse.
I think we have.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Any
The horse
other
is dead.
finer points, Sabrina, that we need to make before we wrap this up?
I just want to say, I also want to give kudos to the people who did the costumes because I thought they were absolutely
Gersha.
gorgeous.
Gersha's back.
That's in my notes. That's in my
And my
notes.
girl
Gersha did the
looking
costume.
good.
Man.
She had on some fierce outfits.
that blue leather
Yes.
that she had
Yes.
on, I was
Oh,
like,
stop.
I
I
like
know,
the
right?
silver with the shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. At the end, yeah, that was cool.
Oh,
I say-
yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
It had Gersha all over.
over
Even
it.
before I saw her name, I knew it was her.
I
Oh,
didn't. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Gersha. When I saw
Very
the
good, yeah.
credits,
all the costumes, all the costumes
All
were
of them,
just
yeah.
Yep, because they were on point.
Dead gorgeous. It was beautiful to watch. The film was
It
absolutely
was.
Yeah.
except for
Yeah,
that dark passage in the middle, but when they were in the ship or whatever.
Yeah, that
But
was
other
weird.
than that, it was gorgeous. I mean, even the fight sequences were really good.
The fight
I-
scene,
I-
the choreograph. Oh my gosh.
Choreographed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fight scenes were awesome.
Yeah.
I
Now
love them.
those were the fight scenes were worthy of Michelle Yeoh.
Yes, they
that was
were.
another
Yes, they
high,
were.
high
Yes,
point
they
of the
were.
movie.
I
Yeah.
want to ask her if did she choreograph those? Because wow. And I
Yeah.
love the fact that it wasn't all her being a superhero. She got beat the hell down, and then
Yeah.
came back and there was fighting, which I
Right.
love, and it was so Michelle Yeoh type of fighting. And
Yeah.
I thought that's now you talk about what I really remembered, not
Yeah.
dialogue, but the fight scenes.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, those
yeah. The fight scenes were on point.
they were
Yeah,
on
they were.
point. Yes. Wow. Because I was like, ow.
I know. There were a couple of
Busting
them.
through walls and stuff.
Right. And she had a bruise at the end. I was like,
Uh-huh.
ow.
Hurt my girl. Oh no. She's got her foot caught in the wall. I'm like, ooh.
I know.
Good. That
Well,
part was good. That I remembered. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
remembered that.
I think I should say, thank you to Paramount for being willing to give us Star Trek in a different format.
Yeah.
I'm happy for any Star Trek that comes out. I would like to see more films. That's cool. If we can use the streaming service to tell more stories, I'm all down for it. As long as we can get them, we can focus on them being what the format that they're supposed to be and tell that story. That's fine. I always want to see another series. I'm always down for another series.
Yeah.
And I think this would have been a great series.
Oh, it's been so good.
Yeah. But, thanks for more content.
Right.
And hopefully it will work and bring some new people into the fandom and, to our world.
Yeah, I'm sure. it will.
Hopefully it will intrigue people enough to want to dive in and see, where the basis of all of this,
I mean, Alex Kurtzman always said that he just wanted all the shows to have their different flavor. So I mean, this definitely
He did
goes
that.
with that. It's just they're all different. You can't say that this is like anything else. So
Right. Right.
and then likewise, I kept saying to some people who I were talking to about this that it might not be our Trek. Somebody might see
thinking
Trek
that.
in this and that we don't, but it just like anything else, this might not be ours.
Right.
So
Because far be it from me to say what is right and what is wrong. It's just things that I know.
right. This
that-
is definitely our opinion.
Right.
Mhm.
Just and everybody is welcome to have their own opinion. There's nothing, I wouldn't want to be in a fandom where everybody thought the same.
Right, and we're definitely not trying to gatekeep here. You know, we're just telling you our opinion. And like I think this might be somebody's Trek. I hope it is, because like you said, I want to see more movies like this, more content. You know, I mean, if they want to make this into a series, I'm here for it.
I'm
Right.
there.
You know, yeah.
You know, I'll still watch. I'll still
Probably
watch.
watch more.
And I most definitely welcome more people into the fandom, and especially younger people, you know, because the goal is to keep the franchise going for as long as possible. Like, you know, as long as we staying true to our roots
Right.
of what our franchise is about, you know. Anyway, I've had a really good time discussing this with you guys. I hope you guys have had a good time too.
Always.
Thank you, Subrina, for leading us in the discussion.
You guys are too funny. I knew you would take the thing and go with it.
I want to encourage everybody to stick around and stay tuned for the shorty shout-outs that are coming after we have these great interviews with folks that you're about to hear. Interviews from the red carpet and beyond with the fantastic cast of this movie. So stick around, listen to that, and check out the shorty shout-outs. And Yvette, before we get to the interviews, do you want to let people know where they can reach us if they want to tell us their opinions about the movie?
I sure can. You can find us at sci-fisistas.com. That's SYFYSISTAS.com. Join us on the mothership. That's MUTHASHIP. And the Sci-Fi Sisters Book Club, both on Facebook. On Instagram and Threads, sci-fi.sisters. I'm going to add TikTok back in there because for right now, we are still on TikTok. Might change the next time we see you. And under the blue skies as Sci-Fi Sisters. For more interviews, the live show, and our infamous Top 10 series, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sci-Fi Sisters Inc. Become a patron of Sci-Fi Sisters today at patreon.com/Sci-Fi Sisters. The Trek Geeks Network's presenting sponsor is Fansets. Go to fansets.com for pins and memorabilia from all your favorite franchises. Visit fansets.com and use Trek Geeks, all caps, for your exclusive 10% discount. After listening to this podcast, please rate us and write a review. We may just read it on an upcoming episode.
All right. And of course, we want to give a shout out to our amazing associate producers, without whom most of this would not be possible. Well, that's not true. It would be possible, but you guys make it really possible, and we love you for that. That would be Stephanie Baker, Karen Dramera, and Sailor Marge. We love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. And also, the baddest engineer in any and all known universes. He's Dose the Anonymous One. He's responsible for the audio engineering of our show. And if you are in need of his services, on Instagram at Dose_the_Anonymous_1. That's the number 1, y'all. And we love you all. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, stick around for the interviews and the shout outs. Peace, love, and hair grease. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. We're here on the red carpet for Section 31 with none other than Jeff Russo. Hi.
Hi.
We're great. How are you?
I'm good. Like, excited to be here. It's fucking freezing outside.
Yes, I know.
Sorry the language, but it's
okay.
cold.
It's cold as hell.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's freezing, but we're inside. It's warm. The music for this movie, phenomenal.
So you've seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Well, you know, I think that it was interesting. Alex and I and Tunde discussed wanting to make this. I mean, we sort of are outside the typical Star Trek fare, right?
Yeah.
Outside the typical Star Trek storytelling devices.
Yeah.
Even though, obviously, at least one familiar character, we really wanted to tell the story in a different way. And one way to help that is music. So it has a little more swagger. It has a little more, like, oomph. And, you know, there's still a little bit of the Star Trek thing. You still utilizing Star Trek themes, including Emperor Georgiou's themes.
Yeah.
But we wanted to bring something new.
We loved it. I mean, I thought it was perfect for the film, right? Right, Cinnamon Cinephile?
Was this a little more like a power kind of sound like you did for the power?
Well, no, I wouldn't say it was that, but I definitely say I've tried to give it a little more swagger and give her a little more attitude, and you can kind of see from what we know of Georgiou from the other show, from Discovery, she's kind of her own thing, and I really wanted to bring that out. Like, I only had a little bit of room to do that in Discovery. With this, I had a lot more room to do something that really gave her something that we hadn't seen or heard before.
I love it.
You nailed it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you nailed it. And there was I love that there was a lot of humorous moments, and the music was totally reflective of that, really speaking to
She's a great character. Obviously, she's an incredible actress, and what she brought to the role and what she brings to Star Trek is above and beyond what I thought was possible. So it made it easier for me to sort of let those funny moments be funny. I mean, they're truly like inspiring in that way. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your work.
Thank you very much.
Love you. That's why we're all everybody over here.
Really good person.
We're all like fangirling.
Yeah.
You know what?
Trek movie, Trek core, sci-fi sisters.
There's all these other people, but you guys are why we do this, right? Like people who really love the thing, and like, I don't know. They're talking to the people that, I don't know. I think the people who really care, the people
We're
who
the
really...
ones you see every time we do one of these things.
That's right. That's important to us.
Yeah.
As filmmakers and people who want to tell these stories, it's important that we feel what everybody's feeling, Anyway, so thank you.
Okay, Sci-Fi Sisters Meltdown, full on. We're standing here talking to Miss Gersha Phillips. Hi.
Hi.
We have loved
I
you.
love the Sci-Fi Sisters. Oh, I think did we do a show or something?
No, you did Women at Warp.
Oh, okay.
before
Oh, that's
us.
right.
Our
Yeah,
friends here, we love. Yes. We came after them.
Okay. Oh, fantastic.
And we're dying to have you on the show.
I want
at
to
some
take a
point.
picture of you in this outfit.
What? Gersha,
Can I get?
Yes.
Can I get hooked up? Can I get a t-shirt?
Yes. Gersha wants a hookup, y'all.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely. I want a Sci-Fi Sisters t-shirt.
Got it. Got it.
We'll get you one.
Can I just...
The woman who created you told me.
Let me tell you, we have loved you since day one.
Thank you.
Since day one.
Oh, thank you
Your
so much.
talent knows no bounds. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we claim
gosh. Thank you. That's so lovely.
We couldn't wait to see you on this carpet, because we had to give you your flowers.
Thank you. Thank
Two,
you. It's very lovely.
this is a whole different experience, whole different vocabulary of design language.
Yep.
How challenging was that for this show, or was it at all?
It was challenging because we knew we had like certain markers to meet, and especially like Michelle's costumes had to be. They wanted so many things from it, like that she could fight, that they wanted a cape, and it just went on and on and on. A laundry list of things that we needed to do to have this for this outfit. So that was challenging in itself. And then I think also usually for Star Trek we do uniforms. This one it's very individualistic. It's all about their personalities, trying to bring that out in their costumes and trying to create like these individual looks and personalities for these guys who are just like amazing. So that was another challenge in itself, trying to just keep it interesting, futuristic, and cool and badass at the same time.
Well, you totally succeeded. Let me tell you, like that.
Thank you.
Were you not just saying that, Subrina?
Oh my God. I'll tell you this. I never cosplay until your costumes.
Oh, really?
Okay, you got me in cosplay because I was like, I want to look like Gersha's stuff.
Well, thank you. That's so sweet. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys make me so happy.
Gersha's the best.
Gersha is the best.
Iconic queen over here.
You are so right.
That season 1 blue uniform.
That is still one of my
Sexiest Starfleet uniform
ever. Yes, hands down.
I know, because I remember somebody asking me about you, and when I went to the Star Trek convention, they asked me why my Mirror Universe costumes were so covered, and they weren't like the originals, and I was like, I think ours are better and more sexy
Thank
and
you.
more powerful.
That's the one I
right?
had.
So yeah. So I was like, hey, we don't need to show skin. We've got this power and these like great costumes that empower everybody. And I like the equality because it puts everybody on the same footing,
That's
which is
what I
great for
loved
male and
about
female.
this.
Yeah.
You know, and
So-
also like who else is Michelle Nichols? Like like we had the Paragon already. We saw her in that skirt.
Exactly. And it worked for the time. I mean, it was the 60s, right? That's what the whole, you know, when you think of sci-fi, most of sci-fi comes from the 60s. That's the look that most shows carried forward was that look from the 60s. And it was nice to take it into something different and do something a little different.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Gersha.
Thank you.
Love you so much.
Can I get a number?
Yes. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing great. I'm Cloud9.
We're the Sci-Fi Sisters.
Okay. What's going on?
What's up, baby?
What's going on? What's happening?
Okay, so first of all, we saw you on the screen, and we were like, we know that brother. Like, you're like the man of 1,000. Like, we knew you instantly, and we heard, you know, what you were saying, the Trek movie about feeling seen in Star Trek, and so much of what you expressed is our experience as well.
Absolutely. You know, when you're a kid, you're just living life. You don't know what's, I mean, literally, life is about reactions and stuff, right? Because your brain's not formed enough to understand why you might feel certain things that you do. You know, what the dynamics of the neighborhood that you're living in and how that contributes to your experience, right? Like all those things, that's for when you get older and everything. So, you know, I did feel very much alienated, different, that I didn't really like have a community, that I was kind of misunderstood at times. I mean, a lot of people feel this, right? This is nothing. This is not a new concept for people, right? And then when I saw Star Trek, I saw myself. I saw myself in different moments. I saw myself in Data. I saw myself in Worf. I saw myself, you know, in a Ferengi. Quite honestly, which it's easy to look at these guys as like, oh, these are the bad guys, right? But then Star Trek never leaves it one-dimensional. And then when you find out about some of these guys, it's no surprise why some of them do what they do. And then in DS9, right? I mean, tell me you don't love, right? Tell me you don't love.
It's a plea for group shot right now.
Oh, okay. All right. But
thank you.
No. Yeah. Absolutely.
I got another question for you. Okay, James.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I forgot what my other question was going to be.
My other question is, two most emotional scenes in that movie were played by two sets of actors, the young ones and you and Did you rehearse that with the other pair because the emotion?
No, we didn't.
Oh my gosh.
No, we didn't. But what we had was the benefit of a couple of readings. This, without spoiling anything, this younger version I didn't get to meet the younger version of me. So, but this, the younger version of Phillipa Georgiou, this kid, this actor is brilliant. She blew us away from a Zoom table read. It was like, yo, catch that, someone record that, because she was amazing and brilliant. So already there was like, and I already have, so in an actor's preparation, I know I'm going to sound like a nerdy actor over here, but already I don't have to use my imagination to think of or to see who the face of this person was. So I knew we were going to be on the same page. I knew we were going to be on the same page. I can't wait to see them because I just heard incredible things, and so I purposely said I want to watch it tonight for the first time. So I'm waiting for everything.
Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoy.
This is Cloud9. Cloud9. Unbelievable dream come true. I can't express enough.
Man,
you gotta come on. How you doing,
I'm
Sven?
good. How are you?
Thank you for fam. I love love that.
No, absolutely.
You're so awesome. It was so much fun talking to you earlier
you guys
today.
are great.
Like your energy just comes through like everywhere. Like,
man,
you're
thank
like
you.
they chose the perfect person for this.
I got to thank my country, man. It's South Africa. There's hope and there's joy
Let me
there.
tell you.
No matter where you go, there's joy.
My mother has been to the continent many times, and the first place she wants to take me is South Africa. She actually represented Nelson Mandela when he was alive, like here in the States and stuff. So I feel like it's kind of like
you gotta come. Oh no, you gotta come.
Yeah.
You gotta come.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're in town.
Okay, all right, don't worry.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. all right. So, so what we asked you about earlier. Two characters at once. That's what I love about what you did there. It was so fascinating. How fun was that? Because, I mean, you're playing the little guy, and then you're playing out here. You got to play the most un-Vulcan Vulcan ever.
Ever. I think it was a joy. It was a thrill. Like, it was basically like, I've got kids. I got 5 kids. So, like, just watching my kids play in the sandpit, that is what this experience was for me.
You have 5 kids.
I got 5 kids.
Boy,
Yeah.
you look like you. Okay, all right. You're too young for all that. Okay.
So, like, that was the experience. And, like, and I'm sure for those of you who have kids, you know what it's like to watch your kids experience the wonder and the joy of little things.
Yeah.
And that was FUZZ. It was the little things because everything is big for him.
Yeah.
And he's also, like, sinister and mean about it because he's like, everything's so big. And that was the joy. It was being able to play in this big sandbox, which we call Star Trek.
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that you're in our family now.
Oh, thank you.
You know, once you're in the Star Trek family, you're in for life.
Oh,
baby.
good. Please don't let me go.
I can't wait till you start working these conventions.
Oh, yeah. I'm
It's
excited.
gonna be a blast.
Yeah, do you guys go to conventions a lot?
All the time.
Really?
All the time.
Please come say hi.
Okay.
I'm going to start this year, but I don't know how it works, so crossing fingers that things happen.
We got you. People are going to love you. They're going to eat you up.
That's very kind.
Thank you.
I'm going to say something that isn't even in the cards here.
Yeah.
But, now, everybody knows sci-fi sisters know I got a thing about Vulcans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell them
But
tell me the thing.
Can't trust them, can't kill them. But
you gotta go. They gotta go.
I told these people, you were the first Vulcan, and I think, I like this Vulcan.
She's coming around. You heard it here first, folks. She is coming around.
That's right. Thank you so much for stopping to talk to us.
It's such a pleasure to see you. Thank you for your joy.
On the premiere.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I thought you were on a screen miles away today, and then suddenly here you are.
Well, some of us were.
Well, were you?
Yeah, we were in DC.
Well done.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm so impressed.
Rob, thank you so much for stopping to talk to us again. Okay, so really quick, because I know they're going to call you in. From EastEnders to Star Trek. First of all, huge EastEnders fan.
Really?
Yeah, the two of us. Yes.
Fantastic.
Like so much Brit television is on my TV. It's ridiculous.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so whose fan base is more rabid, would you say? The EastEnders fan base or the Star Trek fans?
Funnily enough, in the simple way that shows that every peoples are the same peoples, there is an equal amount of... How adult is your viewership?
Very.
Okay, there is an equal amount of dickheads in every fandom, and then there are an equal amount of people that love it. There are 95% of the people are wonderful, and there is always 5% of people who gatekeep and ruin everything for everybody else, who just want to be mean for the sake of being mean. I would say it's pretty much the same across every single fandom, and I love those 95% that are lovely, kind, wonderful people, and I love the 5% that are dickheads, and I just hope you guys know that you are. That's
So they have already, EastEnders fans have already prepared you for
I mean, you got to forget, I was in True Blood as well.
Yeah,
and I've done
I've had the fandoms. Talk about that because I screamed when I found out, and I was like, yeah, I remember you from True Blood.
Yeah, it was Warlow, man.
Yeah, I know. That was my jam, man.
Yeah, I know. It was good times. It was a long time ago. Do you believe that was 12 years ago now?
Stop. Oh, my God.
I know.
I'm not getting old.
Don't ask how I've got more hair now than I did then. Definitely wasn't the 2 hair transplants.
Well, we're so excited. I mean, thank you for stopping to talk to us.
pleasure.
Thank you. And what welcome to the family, like
Thank
you said before, because once you're in, baby. You're in
I ain't
for life.
leaving.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm staying.
Well,
You have to drag me out.
We gotta get them shirts.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Save ZEPH shirts. Everyone, that's got to see that. That's that Comic Con.
We'll get that for you for Star Trek Las Vegas.
Love that. I'm all in. I'm going to that as well. So that'll be great.
We'll have one for you.
Fantastic.
All right,
Ladies, really nice seeing you again.
Thank you. Have a great night. All right, Kacey, how are you?
I'm so good.
It's so nice to see you, especially after like being. Okay, there we go. So nice to see you, especially after being rushed with this interview this morning.
I know we were really motoring.
I know you were, but girl, you've had a long day. We know you have, but thank you so much again. Welcome to the family. We're so excited.
Don't make me cry.
Okay, I'll try not to because your makeup looks fabulous.
Thank you.
It's so cool.
Thank you.
So how much fun did you have playing Rachel, who was like very much of like a bisected character, right?
Yeah.
She was all laced up,
Yes.
and then Georgiou was like, embrace the chaos.
Yeah.
Are you an embrace the chaos person naturally, or is this?
I'm on that journey with Rachel. I certainly have an earnest streak, but or a serious streak, but I'm also a little bit goofy. So I think the parallels of how I move through the world and how Rachel is sort of crackling and awakening and embracing chaos in this film, I really relate to, and also having Michelle sort of encourage that.
Yes, right.
I relate to as well.
I loved that moment when she was like, it was like a mentor-mentee moment.
Yeah.
It was really special between this moment between a woman who has experience and knowledge and helping a younger woman come into her own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it feel powerful when you guys were filming it? Because it felt powerful when we saw it.
I'm so glad. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, it absolutely felt powerful. My take in both filming all of those scenes that I got to do with Michelle, which is an unbelievable privilege and honor, but also just being in space with her, that's who she is. Like, being near Michelle calls you into your power, calls you into your worth, calls you into your light. So any second I get to be around that woman, watch her work with her, is just, I'm forever grateful.
Oh, that is so cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate. Enjoy yourself tonight.
Thank you. You too. Have so much fun.
It's so nice to meet you, and I hope we get to see you again and talk to you again.
Thank you. I hope so too. You guys were amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
Hello. It's good to see you again,
Thank you
ladies.
so much. It's so nice to see you in person this time. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for coming out here.
Thank you.
You sexy sisters. Sci-fi sisters.
One quick question for you, because this one.
Who are you wearing?
Balenciaga. Right, we worked with them. You could see the costumes. So Gersha, Phillips, our amazing costume designer, we sat there and we go like, we both love this brand, Why don't we work with a high-end fashion? Because Phillipa Georgiou, she loves the flair.
Yes.
For
So dazzling. It was so great.
That was exactly what you were wondering, how is it? Like, how wonderful is it to wear Gersha designs too? I mean, she's so talented.
She is so talented.
And you wore them so spectacularly. They just fit you. They were so
she made it for me, right? So, and she is such a collaborator. So she comes and she designs and she says, okay, so what do you want in this? So I said, I want to move. I want to float. So she will create something, and then suddenly it's with feathers, and I'm flying around the room. So we have fun with our work, and I think it shows.
Yeah, it
right?
does.
Because with this one, we said we have to incorporate it into fight sequences with the cape, because she's an inventor, she's an engineer. So when she has time on her hand, as now that she is a proprietor of a nightclub.
Right.
So she invents things, like she's a walking weapon, basically.
My theme song for Georgiou is "I'm Every Woman," and that's for you too. She is. That's for you. Thank you so much.
Thank
really
you. Good to see you all.
Thank you so much. It's so great to meet you.
Bye bye.
How are y'all?
Okay, we're great. We're gonna be super fast because we know
Yes,
you guys
all
have
good.
to go. First
I'm
of
good.
all,
Good to see y'all.
Congratulations on your Grammy.
Thank you. That means
Talking to you for just a second, we got it. We see why you won that Grammy.
I appreciate it.
Amazingly talented.
Thank you.
He's winning that Grammy.
Man, we call it
Next week.
Oh, it's next week? Okay, yes, you're going to get that.
God's ears.
You're going to get that.
Thank you.
Okay, and then really quickly, we just want to say thank you for being the first leading black man in a Star Trek series since Avery Brooks.
Boom!
Okay,
And thank you for holding that torch and carrying it forth. You know, we love that you are this person.
You're tearing me up. The best for last.
Thank you. That's right. You know it.
Let's see that shirt too. That's right.
That's right.
You gotta support.
That's right. Thank you. And you all enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Hey everybody, Sister Tamia here with the Shorty Shout Out. We'd like to thank the following patrons for their support. Anna Post, Susan V. Gruner, Muhammad Noor, Sue K., Karen Dramera, David Balston, Dave A. Gregory, Timothy Baum, L.M., Howard Hogan, J.R. Poole, Ann Bradley, Scott Jensen, Jamal Taylor, Stephanie Dole, Sailor Marge, Stephanie Baker, Kalia Zawaki, Liza Albright, TJ Jackson Bay, Olga Kravchuk, Peter Heisler, Old Klein, Jeffrey Cochran, Linda Anderegg, Zakia Graham, Bill Erickson, Rita Prusant Nethersole, Rhonda G., Bernadette Garcia Galvez, Tara Jefferson, L.J., Bruce McMillan, Cassandra, Mike Nauer, Casey Shafsky, Ayana May Tom, Mike and Kristen Holton, Allison Leach Hyde, and Rebecca River Moon. Thank you all so much for your support. We love you.